Imagine walking the bustling streets of 15th century Istanbul, the heart of an empire steeped in opulence and enigma. What bizarre customs were woven into the very fabric of this ancient civilization? Welcome to a journey through the shadows of history, where we'll unveil the eerie practices that were once a normal part of life in the Ottoman Empire. From ensnaring rituals to uncanny superstitions that shaped daily existence, this is your chance to peek into a world both fascinating and chilling. Buckle up as we dive into the past with a blend of curiosity and wonder, revealing just how strange life could be in those days. By the end of this video, you'll not only marvel at these peculiar traditions but also see just how much we've changed, or perhaps how much we haven't. Stay with us, keep an open mind, and let's explore the unexpected turns of history together. Are you ready for a ride into the uncanny world of the Ottomans? Let's go! Public displays of punishment were an unsettling spectacle in the Ottoman Empire, blending fear with fascination. Picture a crowded square where justice unfolds in dramatic fashion, a scene designed to reinforce authority and intimidate those who might consider dissent. These punishments were not just about retribution but served a societal purpose. In a time when news spread through word of mouth, these events were powerful messages, reminding citizens of the consequences of defying the law. The empire used such spectacles to maintain control, projecting an aura of power and order. For many, witnessing these events was a routine part of life, embedding a culture of compliance through fear. The psychological impact on society was profound, instilling a collective consciousness that loyalty to the state was paramount. Well-documented accounts tell us of beheadings, hangings, and other grisly scenes that would make modern viewers recoil in horror. Yet, for the people of that era, it was a stark reminder of the imperial sword hanging over them, keeping societal order at the forefront. So, what was it like to witness such grim ceremonies? The air would be thick with anticipation, a mix of dread and morbid curiosity among the crowd. As participants gathered, the space transformed into a theater of consequence, each punishment a grim act of a drama played out for all to see. This communal experience was a way of reinforcing shared values under the watchful eye of the empire. What does this tell us about the power dynamics of the time? Let's delve deeper into this intricate web of control and compliance as we continue our journey through the Ottoman world. The unsettling practice known as the Devshirme or blood tax presents a chilling chapter in the history of the Ottoman Empire. Imagine this: Christian families living in the Balkan regions, their sons suddenly chosen not to stay and grow within their communities but to be taken to serve the imperial state. The Devshirme system was an institutionalized form of levying tribute from the Christian subjects. Young boys, often between the ages of 8 and 18, were selected for their physique and intellect, destined for rigorous training to become civil servants or elite soldiers known as janissaries. For the empire, this was a method to ensure loyalty. The boys, detached from their origins, were raised in the Islamic faith and molded into loyal servants of the sultan. However, the implications for the communities were far-reaching. The removal of these boys struck at the heart of family life, leaving emotional voids and altering the societal structure. Parents saw their children vanish into the folds of a system they had no control over. Historical records give us insight into this controversial practice, describing the meticulous selection process as a combination of privilege and punishment, a path to both opportunity and loss. Modern perspectives view the Devshirme as a complex social mechanism. It built a meritocracy within the empire, yet left scars on the cultures from which these boys were taken. The boys, once assimilated, often rose to high ranks, sometimes even bridging the gap between two worlds, but the shadow of their origins always loomed large. This duality captures the essence of the Devshirme system, a narrative of power, loss, and adaptation that remains a contentious topic among historians. As we peel back the layers of this practice, we gain a deeper understanding of the empire's intricate fabric, woven from both ambition and sacrifice. How did this system shape not only the individuals but the very nature of the cities and societies involved? Let's navigate through this paradox as we explore more of the Ottoman legacy. The use of eunuchs in the palace opens another chapter in the Ottoman Empire's perplexing tapestry, pointing to a life both privileged and confined. Imagine entering the grand halls of the Sultan's court and encountering men who, despite their influential positions, faced a life altered by the empire's demands. Boys were often seized or purchased, and through a grim procedure, they were made eunuchs. This practice, deeply rooted in a quest for loyalty and control, aimed to ensure that these men had no familial ties that could sway their allegiance. Eunuchs held significant responsibilities within the imperial household, from overseeing the harem to managing intricate matters of state. Their proximity to power offered them a unique status, yet their lives were forever marked by the physical and emotional cost of their condition. Society viewed them with a paradoxical blend of reverence and pity. While they were indispensable to the palace's running, they were also subjects of curiosity and taboo. The acceptance of eunuchs stemmed from their ability to serve without the distractions of traditional family obligations, making them ideal guardians of the Sultan's household. However, the implications on their individuality were profound. They lived at the whim of the court's hierarchy, navigating a web of political intrigue and personal sacrifice. The power dynamics at play positioned eunuchs as both key players and perpetual outsiders, trusted yet never fully integrated into the fabric of courtly life. This delicate balance of authority and exclusion paints a vivid picture of the Ottoman court, revealing how these men were woven into its legacy. As we delve into their lives, we uncover the complex interplay between power, identity, and destiny that defined their existence within the empire. What does this reveal about the intricacies of a system that shaped its servants so profoundly? Let's continue to unravel the mysteries of the Ottoman world as we venture further into its storied past. The intrigues of the Harem Hierarchies reveal a world where glamour intertwined with danger in the Ottoman Empire's concealed quarters. At the pinnacle of this intricate structure sat the Valide Sultan, the mother of the reigning sultan, wielding immense influence and commanding utmost respect. Imagine the harem as a microcosm of power, with its own elaborate rules and strict hierarchies, where women vied for status and favor, each move calculated and strategic. The Valide Sultan led with a sharp mind and deft hand, often involved in the empire's key decisions and diplomatic engagements, reflecting her crucial role in both family and state affairs. Beneath her, the Sultan's consorts and concubines navigated the palace's competitive waters, seeking to rise in rank with the ultimate ambition of securing their son's ascension to the throne. This ambition often sparked dangerous power games, with alliances forged and rivalries simmering, as each sought to protect their interests within the gilded confines of the harem. Stories from the annals of history tell of figures like Harem Sultan, originally a concubine who rose to become a favorite wife and wield enormous influence over state matters, illustrating the potential for dramatic shifts in fortune within the harem's walls. Such tales underscore the blend of glamour and peril, as lavish surroundings could not mask the underlying tension and maneuvering that defined life there. Each personal victory or downfall resonated throughout the empire, as the harem was not just a royal household but a vital center of power. In this closed world where whispers could alter destinies, women excelled in the arts of persuasion and strategy, demonstrating that the harem was as much a place of political significance as the grand halls of government. As we delve into these stories, we uncover a realm where the balance of influence was delicate and the stakes extraordinarily high, revealing yet another facet of the empire's enigmatic history. How did these dynamics shape the course of the Ottoman rule and the lives within its sphere? let's delve further into this labyrinth as we continue our journey through the empire's storied past. The eerie tales of sultanic paranoia and executions unravel the often harsh reality within the corridors of the Ottoman Sultan's courts, where fear and suspicion dictated life and death. Picture an empire vast and diverse, where maintaining power required shrewd maneuvering and relentless vigilance. The sultans lived under constant threat, not only from outside forces but from within their own families and courts. This environment bred a sense of paranoia, leading to drastic measures to eliminate any perceived threats to their reign. Historically, this paranoia can be traced to the complex power dynamics and the ever-present danger of rebellion or betrayal. For a sultan, the stakes were astronomically high, and unstable reign could mean the collapse of the empire. Psychological and political pressures often pushed sultans to exercise absolute authority, using executions as a tool for ensuring loyalty and control. Notorious cases such as the execution of royal family members have been chronicled, painting a vivid picture of the lengths to which sultans would go to secure their grip on power. The execution of Sultan Osman II serves as a prime example. His perceived inefficiency and radical plans led to his downfall, a reminder of how quickly allegiances could shift. These harsh realities were not just about power consolidation. They were about survival in a world where the line between ally and adversary was dangerously thin. The courts were rife with intrigue, a shifting tapestry of alliances and enmities that left the sultan constantly on edge. Reenacting these tense moments, one can almost hear the whispers of conspiracy echoing through the palace walls, underscoring the paranoia that shaped the Ottomans' rule. Each execution was a chilling reminder of the fragility of power and the lengths taken to preserve it. This unsettling aspect of Ottoman history offers a glimpse into the human psyche under extreme pressure, revealing how fear and power are tightly intertwined. As we peel back the layers of these stories, we better understand the ruthless yet compelling nature of the sultanic courts, a testament to the empire's complex legacy. How did these mistrustful dynamics shape the course of the empire's history? Stay tuned as we delve even deeper into the fascinating and at times chilling world of the Ottomans, uncovering more secrets that lie hidden in the shadows of history. Witchcraft and superstitions were deeply woven into the fabric of daily life in the Ottoman Empire, influencing everything from justice to health practices. Imagine a world where unseen forces were believed to hold sway over everyday events, and where amulets, charms, and rituals were not only common but essential. Superstitions dictated actions and decisions as people sought to ward off misfortune and attract good luck. These beliefs extended into the realm of justice, where accusations of witchcraft could spell doom for those caught in their web. In times when logic and mysticism coexisted, justice often reflected societal fears and uncertainties. Trials for witchcraft were not uncommon, and just the suspicion of magical practices could lead to severe consequences. Historical documents reveal a society where the line between the natural and supernatural was frequently blurred, leading to judgments based more on fear and expectation than evidence. Similarly, medical practices were infused with mysticism. Remedies often included incantations or talismans believed to hold protective properties. Healers played dual roles as both medical practitioners and spiritual guides, employing rituals to cure ailments that were sometimes seen as curses or results of malicious magical acts. Engaging anecdotes from the time recount tales of individuals who were both revered and feared for their supposed mystical abilities. It wasn't just about healing physical ailments. It was about addressing the spiritual imbalances believed to cause them. This blend of belief and practice underscores the societal reliance on the mystical to explain the unexplainable. These superstitions and beliefs in witchcraft held a pivotal place in the empire's cultural landscape, providing insight into how people tried to make sense of their world. They reveal a community attuned to the mysteries of life, seeking control in a world where much was beyond understanding. As we explore these intriguing aspects, we peel back layers of history that illustrate an empire steeped in mystery and belief, where the supernatural was an accepted part of reality. What does this tell us about the human need to connect the known with the mysterious? Continue with us as we further explore the captivating mystique of the Ottoman Empire, revealing more fascinating and eerie practices embedded in its storied past. The strange and unsettling practice known as human zoos and exotic displays highlights an aspect of the Ottoman Empire that reflects both the curiosity and imperial mindset of the era. Imagine walking through a vibrant marketplace only to come across a group of people showcased not for their talents or trades, but simply because of their different cultural origins. These exhibits, often comprised of individuals brought in from faraway lands within the empire's vast reach, served to showcase and sometimes glorify the diversity under Ottoman rule. This practice was driven by a combination of genuine curiosity about foreign customs and a desire to assert imperial dominance by displaying the empire's human breadth as one might display a collection of exotic animals or rare artifacts. In these displays, people were reduced to mere objects of intrigue, illustrating the stark power dynamics at play. Today, such practices are viewed through the lens of ethical consideration, raising questions about human dignity and respect. Historical context shows that these displays were a form of spectacle, where the differences were highlighted for entertainment rather than understanding, reinforcing stereotypes rather than fostering true cultural appreciation. The ethical implications are evident when one considers the objectification and dehumanization inherent in such displays. This aspect of Ottoman history serves as a reminder of how power was wielded not only through governance but through cultural representation, and how these representations continue to inform our views on diversity and inclusivity today. Visual depictions from the era, like historical artwork or maps, provide a vivid context for understanding these practices, offering a glimpse into a world where such exotic exhibits were almost a norm. These images serve to underscore the complexities of imperial pride and the human cost of its displays. As we delve into this topic, we gain insight into the cultural narratives that were constructed and propagated by the Ottomans, shedding light on an empire that held sway over both the material and social realms. What does this reveal about how power and curiosity intertwine in shaping cultural perceptions? Let's continue our exploration into the diverse and often perplexing practices of the Ottoman legacy, uncovering more layers that contribute to the historical mystery of this fascinating empire. The exploration of mystical medical practices in the Ottoman era reveals a fascinating intersection of science and superstition. Picture a healer's chamber where the scent of exotic herbs mingles with the air and shelves overflow with peculiar amulets and charms. In this world, healing was as much about the spiritual as it was the physical. Bloodletting, a common practice at the time, was believed to balance the body's humors and release impurities. Despite modern skepticism, it was a widely accepted remedy considered effective in treating various ailments. Amulets and charms held their place too, often inscribed with symbols intended to ward off illness. These items were believed to protect the bearer from unseen forces, reflecting a deep-seated belief in the influence of the supernatural on health. The fusion of mysticism with medicine meant that treatments involved both physical interventions and spiritual rituals. Healers acted as both doctors and spiritual guides, navigating the delicate balance between the known and unknown. Remedies ranged from herbal concoctions to rituals designed to appease spirits believed to cause illness. Some practices, like placing charms in strategic locations or reciting incantations, might seem strange today but were integral to Ottoman healthcare. These methods showcase a society deeply connected to its mystical beliefs, where every malady had a metaphysical dimension. This approach to medicine was not merely about curing, it was about restoring harmony to the individual and their environment. By understanding these practices, we gain insight into how the Ottomans perceived the world around them, a world where health was an ongoing dialogue between body and spirit. As we unravel these practices, we find an empire that embraced both the tangible and the mystical, crafting a unique legacy in the realm of healing. What does this blend of belief and practice tell us about the historical landscape of medicine? Let's delve deeper into the enigmas of the Ottoman past, uncovering more of the curious and uncanny traditions that shaped this intriguing empire. The strict and sometimes harsh discipline methods used in Ottoman primary schools, known as Sibian schools, paint a vivid picture of an educational system rooted in order and obedience. Imagine entering a classroom where the atmosphere is one of solemnity and respect, with children sitting attentively under the watchful gaze of their teacher. The educational philosophy of the time was heavily influenced by the need to instill discipline from an early age, ensuring that children grew up to be obedient and diligent members of society. Methods employed included rote memorization, strict adherence to rules, and corporal punishment, which was not uncommon as a means of enforcing discipline. Teachers, known as Hodjas, were revered figures, and their authority within the classroom was absolute. This authority was seen as necessary to maintain classroom order and instill respect for hierarchy, both crucial in a society where loyalty and order were paramount. Comparing this to modern education, where emphasis is often placed on creativity, critical thinking, and emotional understanding, the contrasts are striking. Today's classrooms typically focus on fostering a supportive learning environment where mistakes are part of the learning process, rather than opportunities for punitive measures. The Ottomans, however, believed that strict discipline was the bedrock of a good education, preparing children for the structured world they would enter as adults. The stark differences highlight a shift in educational values over time, showing how perceptions of effective teaching have evolved. In the Ottoman Empire, the Sibian schools were a reflection of societal norms and expectations, mirroring the empire's emphasis on structure and order. As we delve into these educational practices, we gain insight into how the Ottomans crafted a system that prioritized conformity and authority, weaving these values into the fabric of their society. How do these historical approaches to education inform our understanding of past and present? Join us as we continue to explore the layered mysteries of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more facets of its intriguing history. The pervasive belief in the evil eye unveils a deeply rooted aspect of Ottoman culture steeped in superstition and protectionism. Imagine a society where daily life was overshadowed by the fear that malevolent glances could bring misfortune or sickness. The evil eye, an ancient belief that transcends cultures, held significant sway in the Ottoman Empire. Its origins are traced back to a fear of envy and negative energy, thought to be channeled through an envious gaze affecting the unsuspecting individual. To counteract these malevolent forces, people took various protective measures. Charms and amulets became essential tools in warding off the evil eye, often taking the form of blue and white beads, known as nazar bankugu, believed to reflect or absorb negative energy. These items were not merely decorative, they held profound cultural significance, crafted often with sacred symbols or scripts intended to shield the wearer. Historical artifacts, from intricate jewelry to paintings, depict these amulets, illustrating their vital role in everyday life. Beyond these talismans, certain practices emerged to combat the ill effects of the evil eye. For example, individuals might partake in rituals that involved reciting prayers or burning specific herbs, creating a protective barrier around themselves and their homes. This belief system permeated every level of society, from simple folk to the elite, highlighting a universal need to feel safeguarded against unseen forces. Artwork from the era frequently includes depictions of these protective rituals, offering insight into the lengths to which people went to ensure safety and peace. By exploring these customs, we gain a deeper understanding of how fear and belief intertwine to shape societal norms and personal behaviors. The evil eye remains a fascinating lens through which we can examine the Ottomans' quest for security in a world filled with uncertainties. What do these practices tell us about the human instinct to protect against the unknown? Let's continue to delve into the multifaceted tapestry of the Ottoman Empire, unearthing more intriguing and eerie customs that wove through its historic narrative. The unique and often brutal practices of the Janissary Corps offer a glimpse into the ironclad discipline and brotherhood that defined this elite military unit of the Ottoman Empire. Picture young boys, many taken through the Devshirme System, who were subjected to intense training that shaped them into formidable warriors. Known for their unwavering loyalty and exceptional skill, the Janissaries were the backbone of the empire's military might, feared by enemies and revered within the Ottoman ranks. Their rigorous training regimen included not only physical conditioning but also deep indoctrination into the empire's values, instilling a fierce sense of duty and allegiance to the Sultan. Life within the Janissary Corps was governed by strict codes of conduct, with severe penalties for those who dared to deviate. Yet, it was this very discipline that forged their unity, giving rise to a fraternity-like bond among its members, a mysterious brotherhood bound by shared experiences and rituals. These rituals, often shrouded in secrecy, included unique ceremonies and rites of passage that reinforced their solidarity and esprit de corps. This sense of belonging was crucial as they executed their roles in both battlefield strategy and palace intrigue. The Janissaries were more than just soldiers. They were key political players, often wielding significant influence in the empire's power dynamics. Their presence in the courts added a layer of complexity to Ottoman politics, as their support could make or break a sultan's reign. Despite their initial loyalty, the Janissaries' power grew over time, leading to an eventual decline as they became embroiled in political machinations. This transformation from elite guards to influential political stakeholders illustrates the evolving nature of power within the Ottoman Empire. Exploring their practices reveals much about the military and socio-political framework of the era, showing how the Janissaries were integral to both the might and the mystique of the Ottoman legacy. How did these warriors maintain their grip on power, and what led to their ultimate downfall? Join us as we continue our exploration into the captivating tales of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more hidden stories that shaped its rich history. The pervasive practice of bakshish, or what we might call tipping or bribery today, weaves an intriguing thread through the social and political fabric of the Ottoman Empire. Imagine a world where a well-placed coin or favor could grease the wheels of bureaucracy, smooth over social interactions, or even define the outcome of a negotiation. Bakshish was not merely an act of generosity. It was a recognized and accepted part of the societal norm, deeply rooted in both daily life and governance. This tradition reached across all levels of Ottoman society, influencing everything from local trade to high-level political decisions. Socially, it facilitated smoother interactions where a small gift could show respect, secure goodwill, or ensure a favorable reception. In the realm of governance, bakshish often blurred the line between gratitude and corruption. For example, historical records tell us of local officials who regularly expected gifts to expedite services or look the other way. These exchanges, while sometimes viewed as corrupt by today's standards, were often seen as simply the way things were done. It symbolized a mutual understanding where both parties benefited from these informal agreements. The normalization of bakshish is evident in historical accounts detailing how it permeated aspects of life, becoming a quintessential part of navigating the empire's social and political landscape. While it might seem shocking now, it reflects the nuanced cultural practices that shaped Ottoman life. This system of exchange, while promoting personal gain, could also undermine fairness, contributing to corruption levels that occasionally destabilized the administration. Yet, it was this very fluidity that allowed the empire to function, as individuals leveraged personal connections and incentives to move through the societal hierarchy. By exploring bakshish, we uncover a complex practice that reveals much about the empire's intricate social contract. How did this practice shape the broader narrative of power and influence in the Ottoman world? Let's delve further into the rich tapestry of the empire's legacy, uncovering more cultural intricacies that defined its historical path. The communal and somewhat intimate rituals of the Ottoman public baths or hammams offer a captivating insight into the daily lives and cultural customs of the empire. Picture stepping into a hazy, steamy environment where the air is infused with the scents of exotic oils and soaps. These baths were more than just places for cleansing. They were vibrant social hubs where people from all walks of life gathered to relax, socialize, and conduct business. At the heart of Ottoman society, hammams symbolized a unique blend of privacy and communal engagement, fostering a sense of community and belonging. Social norms dictated the experience. Men and women bathed separately, and a strict etiquette governed interactions within these sacred spaces. The architecture of the hammam itself, with its domed ceilings and intricate tiles, was designed to enhance the sense of tranquility and reflection. These baths were often centers of gossip, deal-making, and even matchmaking, where conversations flowed as freely as the water. Historical descriptions paint vivid scenes of attendants skillfully scrubbing and massaging patrons, a ritual as much about rejuvenating the soul as the body. The experience was immersive, encouraging both physical and mental relaxation. Ample space was dedicated to resting and socializing after bathing, where people sipped tea and savored sweets, extending the visit into leisurely hours. The hammams also held significant cultural importance, reflecting values of cleanliness and hospitality that were deeply embedded in Ottoman life. Visiting the bath was a regular and revered aspect of routine, serving as a reminder of the empire's commitment to both personal well-being and communal harmony. This cultural practice sheds light on the intricacies of Ottoman daily life, illustrating how these public baths played a pivotal role in shaping social dynamics and community bonding. As we immerse ourselves in the rich history of the Ottoman hammams, we uncover a tradition that was as much about societal connection as it was about personal care. What do these rituals reveal about the broader cultural fabric of the Ottomans? Join us as we continue to unwind the threads of history, exploring more of the fascinating and enigmatic traditions that define the Ottoman Empire's enduring legacy. The widespread use of cannabis and opium poppies paints a vivid picture of the Ottoman Empire, where these substances played a multifaceted role in daily life. Imagine stepping into a bustling bazaar, the air thick with the scent of spices mingling with the subtle aroma of burning cannabis. In the Ottoman era, these plants were not merely recreational indulgences but integral components of both medicinal and social practices. Cannabis, often referred to as hashish, was commonly used for its soothing properties, providing relief from ailments like pain and insomnia. It was also a popular choice for relaxation and social gatherings, creating a sense of camaraderie and connection among users. Similarly, opium, derived from poppies, was widely utilized for its potent analgesic effects, particularly in a time when advanced medical treatments were limited. Its use extended to treating a variety of physical and psychological conditions, becoming a staple in traditional medicine. Society's attitude toward these substances was complex. They were embraced for their therapeutic benefits and accepted as part of cultural rituals, yet their potential for dependency was recognized, leading to cautious use among the populace. This nuanced view contrasts sharply with contemporary perspectives, where cannabis and opium are often subject to legal restrictions and societal stigma. However, in the Ottoman context, their use was less about escapism and more aligned with enhancing well-being and social harmony. The practices surrounding these substances reflect a society in tune with the natural world, utilizing its resources to navigate the challenges of everyday life. As we explore this aspect of Ottoman history, we uncover a culture that embraced both the medicinal and recreational qualities of these botanicals. How did such practices shape the social and cultural landscape of the empire? Let's delve deeper into the layers of history to uncover more intriguing tales of the Ottoman legacy. The hauntingly powerful meta music, a staple of Ottoman military bands, offers a riveting glimpse into the psychological tactics of warfare in this captivating empire. Imagine the thunderous rhythm of drums and the sharp blare of trumpets echoing across a battlefield, a sound so commanding it could stir both admiration and fear. This music was not merely an art form but a strategic tool wielded by the Ottomans to shape the very atmosphere of conflict. For Ottoman troops, the meta music served as a potent source of inspiration and rallying cry. Its bold, rhythmic patterns instilled a sense of unity and strength, motivating soldiers to stand firm amidst the chaos of battle. The music's pulsating beats guided their movements, creating an almost hypnotic cadence that synchronized the march of warriors, turning them into an unstoppable force. On the other hand, the impact on enemies was equally profound. The intimidating presence of meta bands at the forefront of an advancing army sent shockwaves through opposing ranks. The relentless intensity of their music, unfamiliar and overwhelming, often instilled a sense of dread and disorientation in enemy troops. This sensory barrage could demoralize and disrupt the coherence of enemy lines long before physical engagement, showcasing the Ottomans' mastery of psychological warfare. The strategic deployment of meta music highlights the unique interplay of sound and power, where each note was a calculated element of military strategy. As we delve into this remarkable facet of Ottoman history, we uncover a culture that adeptly used every possible advantage, even music, to solidify its dominance. What does this tell us about the interplay of art and warfare in shaping historical outcomes? Join us as we continue our exploration of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more hidden stories and forgotten practices that contribute to its enduring mystique. Examining the exotic animals kept in the Sultan's menagerie unveils a world where power and wonder coexisted, a testament to the grandeur of the Ottoman Empire. Picture an opulent garden, vibrant and alive with the sights and sounds of rare creatures from across the empire and beyond. These menageries were more than mere collections. They were living symbols of the Sultan's reach and influence, showcasing the empire's wealth and diversity. The creatures that filled these gardens were meticulously acquired through diplomatic gifts, tribute, or trade expeditions, each one a trophy representing the far-flung connections and conquests of the empire. Caring for such a diverse array of animals was a formidable task. Skilled handlers and caretakers were employed to ensure the well-being of these exotic inhabitants, providing them with an environment that mimicked their natural habitats as closely as possible. The menageries were designed to dazzle and educate, where the public could witness the spectacle of nature tamed by imperial might. These displays served as a reminder of the Sultan's vast dominion, a subtle yet powerful narrative reinforcing the message of control over both nature and people. The presence of these animals within the empire's capital highlighted the Ottomans' fascination with the natural world, reflecting an attitude that embraced both the beauty and the utility of the creatures within their grasp. This practice underscores a complex relationship with nature, where the awe-inspiring and the pragmatic intertwine to create a narrative of imperial dominance. As we explore these menageries, we gain insight into how the Ottomans perceived their place in the world, a balance of admiration and authority over the natural and the mystical. What does this tell us about how empires throughout history have sought to demonstrate their power through the wonders of the animal kingdom? Let's continue our journey through the intricate tapestry of the Ottoman past, uncovering more stories that illuminate the fascinating legacy of this enigmatic empire. Astrology and divination were integral to the fabric of the Ottoman Empire, shaping both grand decisions and the intricacies of daily life. Imagine a world where the stars and planets were not just distant orbs in the sky, but pivotal guides in navigating the uncertainties of existence. Ottoman sultans, rulers of an expansive and complex empire, often turned to astrologers for counsel. These mystics, versed in the celestial arts, held prestigious positions within the court. Their insights were more than mere predictions. They were considered strategic tools in governance. Astrological charts were meticulously prepared to advise on matters ranging from military campaigns to personal affairs, each alignment of planets offering a glimpse into potential outcomes. The belief was that understanding the cosmos could provide a competitive edge, aligning actions with the universe's natural order. Historical texts recount instances where sultans sought astrological guidance before embarking on significant ventures. For example, it is said that Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent consulted astrologers to determine the most auspicious times for launching military expeditions, seeking to maximize the chances of success. These consultations extended beyond the political realm, influencing personal decisions such as marriages and childbirth, thereby weaving astrology into the very essence of Ottoman life. In society, individuals also turned to divination practices to navigate personal dilemmas, finding comfort and guidance in techniques like reading coffee grounds or interpreting dreams. These practices were ingrained in the cultural consciousness, reflecting a deep desire to connect the earthly with the divine. The prevalence of astrology and divination reveals a society deeply attuned to the mysteries of the cosmos, seeking harmony and insight through celestial wisdom. What does this intrigue with the stars tell us about humanity's enduring quest to seek patterns and predict the future? As we delve deeper into the mystique of the Ottoman Empire, join us to uncover more layers of its fascinating history, shedding light on the blend of the mystical and the pragmatic that defined this captivating realm. The veneration of sacred relics and mystical artifacts within the Ottoman Empire opens yet another chapter into a world where the divine and the earthly intermingled seamlessly. Imagine stepping into a grand mosque or a regal palace where the air is thick with reverence and eyes are drawn to sacred relics believed to hold immense power and spiritual significance. These relics, often objects associated with Prophet Muhammad or other revered figures, were not merely symbols of faith but were perceived as conduits of divine blessings and protection. The Ottomans went to great lengths to obtain and display these artifacts, employing both pious devotion and political acumen to secure items that could validate and elevate their rule. These relics served as tangible links to the divine, fortifying the empire's spiritual and political legitimacy. Ceremonies involving these relics were grand affairs, imbued with rituals designed to harness their perceived powers. Imagine a procession where the Sultan himself might participate, draping a relic in fine fabrics or placing it upon an elaborate pedestal, an act both devotional and political. Such ceremonies were not merely for show but were deeply symbolic, believed to invoke divine favor and reinforce unity among the populace. Famous relics like the mantle of the prophet and the sacred banner played pivotal roles during times of political upheaval or war, offering solace and inspiration to the people. The display and veneration of these items at the Topkapi Palace, the heart of Ottoman power, underlined their centrality to the empire's identity. These practices illustrate how relics were woven into the fabric of both religious life and statecraft, encapsulating a unique blend of faith and authority. As we explore the stories behind these revered objects, we gain insight into the Ottomans' profound belief in the mystical, their quest for divine connection, and how these beliefs shaped their legacy on the historical stage. What do these sacred artifacts tell us about the enduring human desire to seek and embody the divine? Continue with us as we further unravel the captivating history of the Ottoman Empire, revealing more of its enigmatic customs and traditions. Sufi mysticism and rituals unveil an enchanting dimension of the Ottoman Empire, where spirituality intertwined with everyday life in a whirlwind of ritual and devotion. Picture the gentle hum of a chanting group, their voices rising and falling in unison, as if in sacred conversation with the divine. Sufism was a vibrant thread in the Ottoman spiritual fabric, a mystical Islamic tradition that sought direct experience of the divine through love, dance, and communal prayer. Central to Sufi belief was the pursuit of closeness to God, a journey that transcended the ordinary and ventured into the realms of the heart and soul. Sufi orders, known as tariqas, flourished throughout the empire, offering solace and spiritual guidance to those drawn to their teachings. These orders were characterized by rich traditions and unique rituals, each embodying an intimate dialogue between the soul and the divine. Among the many practices, the whirling dance of the dervishes stands out, a mesmerizing ritual that symbolized the turning of the cosmos and the soul's journey towards enlightenment. This dance, executed with precision and grace, was more than performance. It was a form of worship, a physical manifestation of spiritual ecstasy. The Sufi lodges or texts served as centers of learning and communal life, fostering a sense of belonging among their members. Here, teachings were passed down, spiritual poetry recited, and collective prayers offered, all reinforcing the bonds of brotherhood within the order. The Sufi influence extended beyond the spiritual realm, deeply woven into the cultural and artistic expressions of the empire. Poetry and music, inspired by mystical themes, celebrated the Sufi vision of divine love and transcendent beauty. The cultural integration of Sufism illustrated the Ottomans' embrace of a multifaceted spirituality, one that harmonized the mystical with the mundane. This embrace is evident in the lingering influence of Sufi art and literature, echoing the empire's reverence for the mystical. By delving into Sufi mysticism, we uncover a tapestry rich in devotion and wisdom, offering insight into the spiritual heartbeat of the Ottoman world. What does this mystical tradition reveal about the human longing for connection with the divine? As we continue our exploration of the Ottoman Empire, we unravel more of the intriguing and enigmatic practices that shaped its enduring legacy. The use of magical scripts and talismans unveils a captivating aspect of the Ottoman Empire where belief in the supernatural played a vital role in everyday life. Imagine a world where charms and scripts were not merely decorative but essential tools designed to harness unseen forces, offering protection and blessings to their bearers. These items were often meticulously crafted, inscribed with sacred symbols, verses from the Quran, or complex geometrical patterns believed to hold protective power. The process of creating a talisman was an art in itself, involving skilled artisans who combined faith and craftsmanship, each piece carrying a unique spiritual weight. Society placed immense significance on these artifacts, viewing them as conduits of divine favor capable of shielding against the malevolent forces of the evil eye or bringing good fortune. Whether sewn into clothing, worn as jewelry, or placed within homes, these talismans permeated all aspects of life, reflecting a deep belief in their protective properties. Historical artifacts, ranging from intricately carved stones to finely detailed amulets, give us a glimpse into the tactile significance of these items, illustrating their role as both spiritual and cultural symbols. Their widespread use underscored a societal reliance on the mystical, where even the smallest charm was a powerful reminder of the divine presence in everyday life. Engaging accounts from the time reveal how these items were cherished, passed down through generations as heirlooms imbued with personal and familial history. This practice highlights the Ottomans' intricate relationship with the mystical realm, blending superstition with tradition in a cultural tapestry rich with symbolism. By examining the use of magical scripts and talismans, we gain insight into a society fervently engaged with both the visible and invisible worlds, weaving a legacy that resonates with the enduring human quest for protection and blessing. What does this reveal about our universal need to seek security amid life's uncertainties? Let's continue our journey through the enigmatic world of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more fascinating practices that offer a window into its storied past. The strict curfews and presence of night watchmen in Ottoman cities reveal a time when the evening hours were shrouded in vigilance and order. Imagine the quiet streets of an Ottoman city as twilight descends and the vibrant hustle of day gives way to the ordered calm of night. The city gates would close, signaling the start of the curfew, a practice designed to maintain social control and ensure safety after dark. Curfews were not just arbitrary measures, they were integral to the empire's intricate system of governance, aimed at preventing disorder and securing the bustling urban centers. In this nightly landscape, the night watchman played a crucial role, patrolling the streets with vigilance, lanterns in hand, casting pools of light in the darkened alleys. These watchmen, known as sabasi, were responsible for enforcing the curfew and deterring crime, ensuring that anyone found wandering the streets had legitimate reasons. Their presence was a deterrent to potential mischief makers, as they were empowered to question and apprehend those who violated the curfew. This constant vigilance created an atmosphere where safety was paramount, fostering an environment where residents felt protected within the confines of their homes. Historical accounts depict these watchmen as both guardians and keepers of peace, their nightly routes becoming an essential routine that shaped the rhythm of city life. They were the unseen yet ever-present protectors, a reminder that the empire's reach extended into the silent hours of the night. The strict enforcement of nighttime curfews ensured that the Ottoman cities remained bastions of order, instilling a sense of discipline and conformity even when the world lay under the blanket of stars. This practice reflects a society deeply invested in the principles of structure and security, illustrating how authority was exerted over public life in both subtle and overt ways. As we glimpse into these nocturnal customs, we uncover another layer of the Ottoman Empire's enigmatic history, revealing how governance and safety were interwoven into the everyday tapestry of life. What insights do these practices offer about historical perspectives on security and control? Let's delve further into the mysterious past of the Ottoman world, uncovering more stories that illuminate its fascinating legacy. Food taboos and rituals unveil a tantalizing glimpse into the rich tapestry of Ottoman life, where meals were more than sustenance, they were deeply woven with meaning and tradition. Imagine a banquet setting brimming with aromatic dishes, each carefully prepared to adhere to religious and cultural codes that governed what could be consumed. At the heart of these practices lay religious principles, particularly those dictated by Islam, which shaped dietary rules such as the prohibition of pork and the requirement of halal preparation, ensuring that food was both pure and permissible. Yet, beyond religious dictates, cultural customs crafted unique culinary landscapes where certain foods signified wealth or status, and others were reserved for specific occasions or seasons. Meals were often ceremonial, with rituals that underscored communal unity or family bonds, such as the act of breaking bread together, symbolizing trust and hospitality. The traditional Ottoman breakfast, for example, served not just a delightful array of cheeses, olives, and breads, but also a moment of connection as families gathered to begin their day. Similarly, the ritual of drinking Turkish coffee extended beyond the cup, as it became a social affair marked by the intricate dance of preparing, serving, and savoring the rich brew, often accompanied by fortune-telling from the coffee grounds. Such customs highlight the societal emphasis on fellowship, where sharing food mirrored sharing life. The taboos and rituals surrounding food were a reflection of the broader Ottoman ethos, where maintaining balance and harmony was paramount. These practices offer a window into the values that underpinned everyday life, illustrating how Ottomans used food to reinforce cultural identity and sustain societal norms. By delving into these culinary traditions, we gain a deeper appreciation for how the empire's tastes were seasoned not just with flavors, but with meanings that resonated through their historic fabric. What do these dietary customs reveal about the connection between sustenance, culture, and spirituality in the Ottoman Empire? As we continue our exploration, let's uncover more of these intriguing layers that composed the empire's enigmatic past, bringing to light the diverse practices that still intrigue and fascinate us today. The role of state-controlled coffee houses in the Ottoman Empire unveils a captivating intersection of social life, culture, and political intrigue. Imagine stepping into a buzzing coffee house, the air filled with the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the vibrant chatter of lively discussions. These establishments were more than just places to enjoy a comforting cup. They were the beating heart of social interaction, where individuals from all walks of life gathered to exchange news, ideas, and stories. Coffee houses served as important hubs for cultural exchange and intellectual debate, fostering an environment where conversation flowed freely and opinions were formed. This made them vibrant centers of community life, where people would come not just to drink coffee, but to engage in dialogue that could sway opinions and even challenge societal norms. However, the very qualities that made these coffee houses significant also rendered them suspect in the eyes of the state. Recognizing their potential as breeding grounds for political dissent and revolutionary ideas, the Ottoman authorities often kept a watchful eye on these establishments. There were times when coffee houses were perceived as hotbeds of subversion, where opposition could brew just as readily as the coffee itself. The ambience of these coffee houses was lively and dynamic, with patrons sitting at low tables, their conversations punctuated by the rhythmic clink of cups. Social dynamics within this setting were fluid, with people from different backgrounds mingling and sharing perspectives, creating a melting pot of ideas. Often, the discussions would touch on everything from poetry and politics to daily gossip, illustrating how these venues influenced communication and cultural development. This complex relationship between the state and coffee houses highlights the dual nature of these spaces, as places of both camaraderie and potential conflict. They were mirrors of the larger society, reflecting both the aspirations and tensions of the time. By examining the role of state-controlled coffee houses, we gain insight into how coffee became more than just a drink in the Ottoman world, transforming into a symbol of both social connection and ideological challenge. What do these historical coffee houses reveal about the power of communal spaces in shaping culture and dialogue? Let's continue our exploration into the rich tapestry of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more hidden stories and practices that define this mysterious and compelling historical landscape. The superstitions in seafaring present a fascinating insight into the maritime culture of the Ottoman Empire, where the vast and often unpredictable sea became a realm filled with mystery and lore. Imagine setting sail with a crew that held deep-seated beliefs in omens and rituals, each action carefully performed to ensure safe passage across the waters. For Ottoman sailors, the seas were living entities, temperamental and capricious, demanding respect and reverence. Superstitions were woven into the very fabric of maritime life, offering sailors a sense of control and comfort amidst the perils of the ocean. Before embarking, certain rituals were observed religiously. For instance, it was common to offer prayers or sacrifices to placate sea spirits, seeking their favor for calm waters and smooth journeys. The absence of these rituals was seen as inviting misfortune, a risk no sailor wished to take. Maritime charts from the era often depicted areas known for treacherous conditions with symbols or markings that warned against ignoring these age-old practices. Among the many beliefs, the presence of women on board was considered bad luck, feared to anger the sea gods and bring storms or misfortune. Similarly, whistling was avoided as it was thought to summon strong winds and turbulent seas. Historical anecdotes reveal tales of ships altering their course to avoid these superstitions, underscoring the grip such beliefs had on the minds of both captains and crew. Sailors also carried protective tokens such as amulets or talismans, believed to safeguard against the malevolent forces of the sea. These items, often blessed by religious figures or inscribed with sacred symbols, were cherished as shields against the unpredictable nature of maritime life. Through these practices, sailors sought to appease the mysteries of the ocean, creating a maritime tradition steeped in a blend of fear and respect. As we explore these superstitions, we uncover a maritime culture deeply intertwined with the mystical, where each voyage was a testament to the delicate dance between human endeavor and the whims of nature. What do these beliefs tell us about how ancient mariners sought to navigate their fears and challenges? Let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of the Ottoman Empire, uncovering more eerie and intriguing customs that shaped its storied past. The frequent outbreaks of plague in the Ottoman Empire presented an ever-looming threat that demanded swift and formidable response measures. Imagine a bustling city suddenly gripped by fear as news of the plague's advance spread through its streets. In a world desperate to halt the invisible enemy, the Ottomans employed a combination of quarantine practices and public health measures that were at times both pragmatic and drastic. Quarantines were swiftly enforced, isolating entire neighborhoods or cities in an attempt to contain the spread of disease. The empire's officials, understanding the contagious nature of the plague, mandated that affected areas were cordoned off, cutting off all but essential supplies. This often involved closing city gates, stationing guards to enforce the restrictions, and setting up makeshift medical stations at the borders. While these measures were grounded in an attempt to control the outbreak, they were also fueled by superstitions and fear. Individuals suspected of being infected were often forcibly removed from their homes and quarantined away from the healthy populace. This isolation, while necessary from a medical standpoint, could also lead to despair and panic among those confined. Historical records paint a vivid picture of the eerie atmosphere that descended upon cities during these times, with the once lively streets falling silent under the weight of the epidemic. The Ottomans also turned to traditional remedies, believing in the power of certain herbs and spices to ward off disease. Incense was burned throughout the streets, believed to purify the air, while amulets and charms were sold to the anxious populace as talismans of protection. Some practices bordered on the mystical, such as the belief in the healing properties of certain relics or the efficacy of spiritual rituals performed by religious figures. These practices highlight the blend of science, superstition, and faith that characterized Ottoman responses to the plague. As we delve deeper, we uncover a society striving to reconcile the known with the unknown, seeking safety in measures that straddled the line between the rational and the mystical. What insights do these responses offer into the empire's approach to crisis management and resilience? Join us as we continue our exploration, unearthing more of the mysterious and eerie practices that define the Ottoman Empire's historical narrative. In summary, our exploration through the shadowed halls of the Ottoman Empire has revealed an era where eerie and unusual practices were a matter of routine. From the tense spectacles of public punishment to the chilling realities of the Devshirme System, each aspect paints a vivid picture of a society governed by complex codes and norms, many of which seem bizarre by today's standards. We delved deep into the lives of palace eunuchs and the treacherous power struggles within the harem, uncovering a world where status and survival danced a delicate balance. The paranoia of sultanic courts forged a landscape of mistrust, while the mystical beliefs in witchcraft and talismans illustrated a world intertwining the natural with the supernatural. As we ventured into the public baths, coffee houses, and bustling bazaars filled with the aroma of cannabis and opium, we saw how social and recreational practices reflected both the diversity and the control the empire enforced. These traditions, once normal, now serve as a stark reminder of how much societal norms evolve over time, highlighting the importance of viewing history through the lens of its own era rather than our modern one. Reflecting on these practices allows us to better understand the dynamics and values that shaped lives in the past, offering a window into the ingenious ways humans adapt to their environment. So, which of these practices did you find most fascinating or shocking? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating journeys through history's hidden mysteries, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure into the past. Thank you for joining us on this intriguing journey through the shadows of the Ottoman Empire.